Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about something that transcends the boundaries of our existence. Something that defies logic, surpasses the limits of our understanding, and connects us to the very essence of who we are. Today we're talking about a love beyond time. This is not just a love story. This is the ultimate force that drives humanity, that fuels our souls, and that gives meaning to our lives. This is the kind of love that doesn't just exist in fairy tales or movies. It's real, it's powerful, and it's available to every single one of us. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt a connection so deep, so profound, that it felt like it existed long before you were born? A love that feels like it was written in the stars, etched into the fabric of the universe, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself? That, my friends, is a love beyond time. It's the kind of love that doesn't just change you, it transforms you. It's the kind of love that makes you believe in miracles, in destiny, and in the infinite possibilities of life. But here's the truth. A love beyond time isn't just about romance. It's about the love you have for your family, your friends, your purpose, and most importantly, yourself. It's about the love that pushes you to grow, to evolve, and to become the best version of yourself. It's about the love that reminds you that you are enough, that you are worthy, and that you are capable of creating a life filled with passion, joy, and fulfillment. Love is the ultimate force of transformation, a power so profound that it can reshape the very fabric of who you are and how you experience life. It's not just an emotion that comes and goes like the tides. It's a force that, when harnessed, can propel you into a new realm of existence. Think about it. When you truly love someone or something, it changes you. It changes the way you see the world, the way you interact with others, and most importantly, the way you see yourself. Love has the ability to break down walls you didn't even know you had built. It can heal wounds that have been festering for years, and it can ignite a fire within you that drives you to become more than you ever thought possible. This transformative power of love isn't limited to romantic relationships. It extends to every area of your life. When you love what you do, it transforms your work from a mundane task into a passionate pursuit. When you love yourself, it transforms your relationship with the world around you. You begin to operate from a place of confidence, of worthiness, and of abundance. Love has the power to turn fear into courage, doubt into belief, and pain into purpose. It's not just about feeling good. It's about becoming more. It's about evolving into the best version of yourself. But here's the thing, transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and it requires you to be fully present, fully committed, and fully open to the possibilities that love brings. When you allow love to enter your life, you're not just signing up for the warm, fuzzy moments. You're signing up for growth. You're signing up for challenges that will push you out of your comfort zone and into a space where real change happens. Love will test you. It will ask you to confront your fears, to let go of your ego, and to embrace vulnerability. And in those moments when you feel like you're being stretched beyond your limits, that's when the magic happens. That's when you begin to transform. Think about the times in your life when love has pushed you to grow. Maybe it was a relationship that forced you to confront your insecurities. Maybe it was the love for a child that inspired you to become more patient, more selfless, and more resilient. Or maybe it was the love for a dream that kept you going even when the odds were stacked against you. Love has a way of bringing out the best in us even when we don't realize it. It's like a mirror that reflects back to us our potential, our strength, and our capacity for greatness. And let's not forget the most important aspect of this transformation. Love teaches us to forgive. It teaches us to let go of grudges, to release the pain of the past, and to move forward with an open heart. When you choose love, you choose freedom. You choose to break free from the chains of resentment and anger, and you step into a space of peace and possibility. This is the true power of love. It doesn't just change your circumstances, it changes you. It rewires your brain, it shifts your perspective, and it opens your heart to a world of infinite potential. So if you want to transform your life, start with love. Let it guide you, challenge you, and inspire you. Let it show you what you're truly capable of. Because when you do, you'll discover that love isn't just a feeling, it's a force. And when you harness that force, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Love is timeless because it is rooted in a connection that transcends the physical world, a bond that feels as though it has always existed, even if it's only just been discovered. This connection isn't bound by the constraints of time or space. It's something deeper, something that speaks to the very core of who we are as human beings. It's the kind of connection that makes you feel like you've known someone forever, even if you've just met. It's the kind of connection that feels like it was written in the stars, as if the universe itself conspired to bring you together. This is the essence of a love beyond time, a love that exists outside the boundaries of past, present, and future. This timeless connection isn't limited to romantic relationships. It can be found in the bond between a parent and child, the unbreakable ties of friendship, or even the deep sense of purpose that comes from pursuing a passion. It's the kind of connection that reminds us we're not alone in this world, that we're part of something much bigger than ourselves. It's a reminder that we're all interconnected, that our lives are woven together in ways we may never fully understand. This connection is what gives love its enduring power. It's what allows love to persist through the trials and tribulations of life, to withstand the test of time, and to grow stronger with each passing day. But what makes this connection so powerful? It's the fact that it's rooted in something far greater than ourselves. It's rooted in the universal truths that bind us all together, truths like compassion, empathy, and the shared human experience. When you connect with someone on this level, it's as if you're tapping into a source of energy that has existed since the beginning of time. It's a reminder that love isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's a fundamental part of who we are. It's the thread that connects us to each other, to the world around us, and to the infinite possibilities of the universe. This timeless connection also has the power to heal. It can mend broken hearts, bridge divides, and bring people together in ways that defy logic. Think about the moments in your life when you felt this kind of connection. Maybe it was a conversation with a stranger that left you feeling understood in a way you never had before. Maybe it was a moment of silence shared with a loved one that spoke volumes without a single word being said. These moments remind us that love isn't just about what we say or do. It's about the energy we share, the invisible threads that bind us together. And perhaps the most beautiful thing about this timeless connection is that it's always available to us. It's not to truly see and to truly feel. Because when you do, you'll discover that love isn't just a moment, it's a timeless force that has the power to transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Love requires vulnerability and courage, two qualities that are often misunderstood and undervalued in our fast-paced, results-driven world. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's the ultimate act of strength. It's the willingness to show up as your authentic self, to let down your guard and to open your heart, even when there's a risk of getting hurt. Courage, on the other hand, is what allows you to take that leap of faith, to step into the unknown, and to trust that love is worth the risk. Together, vulnerability and courage form the foundation of a love that is deep, meaningful, and transformative. Think about it. How can you truly love someone if you're not willing to be vulnerable? How can you build a connection that lasts if you're constantly hiding behind walls of fear and self-protection? Love demands that you show up fully, that you let yourself be seen. Not just the polished, perfect version of yourself, but the messy, imperfect, beautifully human version. It's about saying, this is me, this is who I am, and I'm willing to share that with you. That level of honesty and openness is what creates the space for real intimacy to grow. It's what allows two people to move beyond surface-level interactions and into a relationship that is truly soul deep. But let's be honest, vulnerability is hard. It's uncomfortable. It requires you to confront your fears, to face the possibility of rejection, and to sit with the discomfort of uncertainty. It's much easier to stay closed off, to keep your heart guarded, and to avoid the risk of getting hurt. But here's the truth. You can't experience the depth of love if you're not willing to take that risk. Love and fear cannot coexist in the same space. If you want love, you have to choose courage over fear. You have to choose to open your heart even when it feels terrifying. Courage is what allows you to take that first step. It's what gives you the strength to say, I love you first, to apologize when you're wrong, and to fight for the relationship even when things get tough. Courage is what keeps you going when the road gets rocky, when doubts creep in, and when the weight of past hurts threatens to pull you back into old patterns. It's the force that reminds you that love is worth fighting for, that the rewards far outweigh the risks, and that the pain of vulnerability is nothing compared to the joy of a love that is real and true. And here's the beautiful thing. When you choose vulnerability and courage, you give others permission to do the same. Your willingness to be open and authentic creates a ripple effect, inspiring those around you to let down their own guards and show up as their true selves. This is how deep, meaningful connections are formed. This is how love grows and flourishes. It's not about perfection, it's about authenticity. It's about being brave enough to say, I'm scared, but I'm here. I'm imperfect, but I'm willing to try. I don't have all the answers, but I'm committed to figuring it out with you. So if you want to experience a love beyond time, you must be willing to embrace vulnerability and courage. You must be willing to take the risk, to face the fear, and to open your heart to the possibility of love. Because when you do, you'll discover that the rewards far outweigh the risks. You'll find that love has the power to heal, to transform, and to bring you closer to the person you were always meant to be. And in the end, isn't that what we're all searching for? A love that is real, a love that is deep, and a love that is worth every ounce of courage it takes to find it. Love is a choice you make every day, a conscious decision to show up, to give, and to nurture the relationships that matter most. It's not just a feeling that comes and goes with the wind. It's a commitment, a daily practice that requires intention, effort, and dedication. Think about it. Love isn't something that happens to you. It's something you create, something you build, and something you choose, moment by moment, day by day. Whether it's with a partner, a family member, a friend, or even yourself, love is an active, ongoing process that demands your attention and your energy. The idea that love is a choice might sound simple, but it's far from easy. It's easy to love someone when everything is going well, when the sun is shining, and when life feels like a fairy tale. But what about when things get hard? What about when you're tired, stressed, or frustrated? What about when the person you love does something that hurts you or disappoints you? That's when the true test of love comes in. That's when you have to make the choice to love anyway, to choose understanding over anger, compassion over judgment, and connection over distance. This is where the real work of love happens. It's in the messy, imperfect moments that love is truly forged. Choosing love means choosing to prioritize the relationship even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. It means showing up when you'd rather stay in bed, listening when you'd rather speak, and forgiving when you'd rather hold a grudge. It means putting in the effort to communicate, to understand, and to grow together. Love isn't passive, it's active. It's about the small, consistent actions that add up over time. The kind words, the thoughtful gestures, the moments of presence and attention. These are the things that keep love alive and thriving. And let's not forget the most important relationship of all, the one you have with yourself. Choosing to love yourself is just as important, if not more so, than choosing to love others. It means treating yourself with kindness, compassion, and respect, even when you make mistakes or fall short of your own expectations. It means setting boundaries, honoring your needs, and giving yourself the same care and attention you give to others. When you choose to love yourself, you create a solid foundation from which all other love can grow. You become a source of love rather than constantly seeking it from outside yourself. The beauty of love as a choice is that it puts the power in your hands. You don't have to wait for love to find you or for someone else to make you feel loved. You can choose to create love in your life, right here, right now. You can choose to be kind, to be patient, and to be present. You can choose to see the best in others even when they're at their worst. And you can choose to keep showing up day after day, even when it's hard. So, if you want to experience a love beyond time, start by making the choice to love. Choose to show up, to give, and to nurture the relationships that matter most. Choose to love yourself, to love others, and to create a life filled with connection and meaning. Because when you do, you'll discover that love isn't just a feeling, it's a way of being. And when you choose love, you choose a life that is rich, fulfilling, and deeply meaningful. Love is the legacy you leave behind, the imprint you make on the world long after you're gone. It's the ripple effect of your actions, your words, and your presence, the way you touch the lives of others and inspire them to be better, to do better, and to love more deeply. A love beyond time isn't just about the here and now. It's about the lasting impact you create, the memories you leave in the hearts of those you care about, and the way your love continues to live on through the lives you've touched. This is the true power of love. It transcends the boundaries of life and death, creating a legacy that endures for generations. Think about the people who have left a lasting impression on your life. Maybe it was a parent who showed you unconditional love, a teacher who believed in you when no one else did, or a friend who stood by you through thick and thin. Their love didn't just exist in the moments you shared. It lives on in the way you see the world, the way you treat others, and the way you carry yourself. That's the power of a love beyond time. It's not just about what happens in the present. It's about how that love shapes the future. It's about the seeds you plant today that will grow into something beautiful tomorrow. Creating a legacy of love doesn't require grand gestures or monumental achievements. It's found in the small, everyday acts of kindness and compassion that often go unnoticed. It's in the way you listen to someone when they need to be heard, the way you offer a helping hand without expecting anything in return, and the way you show up for the people you care about even when it's inconvenient. These seemingly small actions have a cumulative effect, creating a tapestry of love that stretches far beyond your own life. They remind us that love isn't just about what we do for ourselves, It's about what we do for others. And let's not forget the importance of leading by example. When you live a life rooted in love, you inspire others to do the same. Your love becomes a beacon of light, a source of hope, and a reminder of what's possible when we choose to love deeply and unconditionally. Whether it's through the way you treat your family, the way you interact with strangers, or the way you pursue your passions, your love has the power to influence those around you in ways you may never fully realize. It's like dropping a pebble into a pond. The ripples extend far beyond the initial splash, touching lives you may never even meet. But creating a legacy of love also requires intention. It's not enough to simply feel love. You have to act on it. You have to make the conscious choice to live a life that reflects your values, your beliefs, and your commitment to love. This means being mindful of the impact you have on others, taking responsibility for your actions, and striving to leave the world a little better than you found it. It means choosing love, even when it's hard, and even when the world feels dark and uncertain. Because when you do, you create a legacy that shines brightly long after you're gone. So if you want to leave a legacy of love, start today. Start by loving fiercely, by living boldly, and by making a difference in the lives of those around you. Start by being the kind of person who inspires others to love more deeply, to live more fully, and to create a world filled with compassion and connection. Because when you do, you'll discover that love isn't just something you give, it's something you leave behind. And that legacy of love will continue to live on, touching hearts and changing lives for generations to come. So as we stand here today, let us remember this. Love is not just a fleeting emotion or a momentary experience. It is the very essence of who we are. It is the force that connects us, the energy that transforms us, and the legacy that outlives us. A love beyond time is not something we stumble upon by chance. It is something we create, something we choose, and something we nurture every single day. Let us leave here with a commitment to love boldly, to live authentically, and to leave a mark on this world that is rooted in compassion, kindness, and connection. Let us choose to love even when it's hard, to forgive even when it hurts, and to show up even when it's inconvenient. Because when we do, we don't just change our own lives, we change the lives of everyone around us. And as we go forward, let us carry this truth in our hearts. Love is the greatest legacy we can leave behind. It is the light that guides us, the strength that sustains us, and the gift that keeps on giving. So let us be that light for others. Let us be the love that transcends time, the love that heals, the love that inspires, and the love that endures. Thank you.